was on the fucking phone. Let me concentrate now. Shit.
Okay, they got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern a little bit. Whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Raheem Mostert, the ball.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv, and you run into a tough crowd.
From the 41, Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Back deep is Philip Dorsett.
Come on, boys. Here we go.
This will be fielded at the 17. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They keep it with Penny on 1st down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Coming coming up at halftime. We remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
That was a nice job defensively. You could almost see him going through the coaching points. Adjust, find the football, knock it away. Well executed.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun.
Oh, this motherfucker keep making me do some stupid ass stuff.
And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 26. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. From the gun, it's Garoppolo.
Thank you.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Being greedy.
Good positioning, and it's picked off.
I'll take it. Being greedy.
Time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Niners take over 1st and 10. at their own 38-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
13. 56. You can't block me. You can't block me. 56 the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. 21.
Take it. Too much.
And that'll set them back 5.
We got this.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. On the handoff, this is Mostert.
Shit.
Finding room inside the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers.
The ball carrier.
Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Get that ball. Slow down. Check.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Zebra. I got you.
Now Rashad Penny. And they're going to him him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
On the tackle.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be
catch the ball.
incomplete.
What you doing?
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on the punt for the first time this afternoon. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
The ball carrier.
He was taken down by Quentin Dunbar.
To the 49.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
On second down, it's Coleman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Mostert. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2nd and 12. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
40-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A 57-yard attempt.
No.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice and ambitious effort, but it's
going,
well
please.
short. And this score will stay right where it is.
17.
Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
On second down, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. That's caught by Hollister. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, how about this?
What the fuck is up with this kicking
Just
game?
his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is.
Punt, I can't kick off.
Michael Dixon
I
to kick
can't
off
fucking
for
make
Seattle.
field goals.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25.
Come on, defense.
Actually,
Make a
the
play. Where my boy
26
Adams at?
easily.
Come on, Adams, make a play.
Gain of 1 there.
Make a play.
10 at their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Second and 11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Now Garoppolo.
Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up.
The rookie Jordan Brooks picks it off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Intercepted.
That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now, as you noted.
And his pass is intercepted
What?
for the 4th time today.
Come on, DK, you got to make a play, bro.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10.
Number 30.
Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And I think that one might have been intercepted.
No, that was a
but he will be
catch.
ruled out of bounds.
No, he got 2 feet down. He got 2 feet down. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let me challenge. Damn.
So this will go only as incomplete. And the coach has decided to throw
No.
the red flag. He will challenge this play. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right.
got the
And when it
first?
comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And the 49er first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Oh, my
They'll be
God.
marked down at the 26
Whatever,
with
man.
a gain of 7.
The ball carrier
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Once again, it's Mostert, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now whistles here.
Shanair.
One of the big boys for the 49ers.
Clean that kitchen, man. You're supposed to do that before you left.
Back him up 5.
What are they talking about?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively.
A gain of 1 yard.
So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and
2
6.
minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And some room to work. He's at the 30. 10. 5, touchdown. 49ers. Raheem Mostert. 56 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. The drive starts with a completion left side, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Now Wilson on first down. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he goes out right around the 39. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
At the 39-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
On the play.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Well, Garoppolo's going to throw it. Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the third time. Trey Flowers picks it. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
No gain on the play.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for San Francisco, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.